I'm going to be going over how to ADGA register a goat online. Quick side note, you cannot re-register AGS registered animals online. You have to do that using the paper forms and send it in. To get to the form, just go to adga.org. You're gonna have to log into your account. You must be a member and already have created an account to do this. Then up at the top, there's a button for member services. Click on that, scroll down, and click on register a goat. Then you have to check one of these. If you own both the sire and the dam at breeding and kidding, then you pick the first one. If you did not, if you used a service memo for your buck, you're gonna have to click first progeny under service memo. If you do have a service memo, it's gonna have to have been an online one because that's the only one that has this service memo number. If you have a paper service memo form, you're going to have to register the goat using the paper form and send it in the mail. Next is the sire ADGA ID. You can click this lookup feature right here and type their name in. Their ADGA ID will come up and you can click on them. You can technically find this on their papers and just type it in, but it's a lot faster to just look it up right here. Same goes for the dam. Then you put just the date of birth of the kid, kid's gender, number of bucks and does in birth, including kids that might have died at the birth. Next is name, not including the herd name. You should already have a registered herd name. This is a form you send in sometime after you become a member. ADGA will add the herd name to the name you gave the goat when they make the registration papers. Next is color and markings. If you're unsure what their markings are, just Google markings for that breed, and you should get some pretty good info. Most of the markings have official names, but if you just describe it, it's fine. Next is breed, so you put the goat's breed. If the parents are different breeds, you're gonna put experimental. Then you're gonna put what breed it conforms to. It should be the same breed if it's a registered purebred or American, but if it doesn't conform to the breed standard, you can just put does not conform. And ADGA has a list linked below of breed standards, so you can see if it conforms or not. Next is horns, so whatever the horns are. Then ears, then tattoos. If your goat has ears, you should put it in the ears. Lamantras that don't have ears usually get their tattoos in the tail web. Then you fill in left and right. In the right, you put your herd tattoo, which you get at the time you become a member of ADGA. And in the left, you put the letter of the year, which everyone puts, and which number kid it was on your farm that year. There's an option for comments. You probably won't need it. It's just for if it's a re-tattoo, or if you're exporting the goat, which, I mean, no one needs that, really. Radio frequency ID, I don't know what this is. Chances are you don't need it. I just put no and it works out just fine. Transfer, yes or no. If you're selling the goat to someone and registering them at the same time, then you do transfer it to them. If you're keeping the goat or you're gonna sell it later, or you just don't want to deal with that right now, just don't transfer it and it will come in your name. Basically, if you do transfer it, it will come, the owner on the papers when they come will be a different name. If the person you're transferring to is an ADGA member, you put their ID and the date that you transferred. If it's not an ADGA member, first of all, they need to become an ADGA member because if you're trying to deal with ADGA without being a member, it's just a mess. So first and foremost, just become a member. But if they're not a member, you basically just put all their info in and they get a non-member ID and all this stuff. I mean, it's doable, but it's just, becoming a member is definitely worth it. Then you hit next step, your application will get reviewed, and then you add it to cart, I believe. Then you get an option to add another registration from the same birth or different birth, or you can check out or save it to your cart or whatever. And then after you check out, pay whatever the fee is, and ADGA will send it in the mail to you. And I got mine within a week, which I thought was very surprising and much faster than just sending them in yourself.